ina kwaba ade banka TV ne tifo eye Ghana for Brina to eye to so kokopa ade atre eye Sam Jata George ai tifo enya asem keto akra na mo cheche mu eka sentine se wo Ghana memu hana se o political party ewo in opposition now baby o general tumi aka ensem tifo betumi gu eye the reigning power no hu fi and I feel that mostly now that's a point I would to do it makes so much sense. But so political party no ever into power na say to the me any be anya na say o try so different political party native sitting ayedin and I feel some abeka na doesn't really make any sense. I say one kasa no abedani eye sebi Jimmy for kakra native for Sam Jata George na or tenase echechemu nsem native for ekoso ewo ye NDC akachi na o tie nsem na odi to do na Ghana for Brina Chim sitting some can and shed that NCC so cry. It doesn't really make any sense to them sitting. Did said they are NDC Manukun in office no and yes no aboku to pam so per se different one. Now it's for us we pinako could see their can some to do Medamina as
you announced that it's going to happen again.
Yes.
You announced that now I can sit in my house and re-register, right?
It's not a re-registration, it's a registration. You would be doing a re-registration.
Welcome to the Political Round with me, the voice, right here on Ghana 7 TVGH. Please like, comment, subscribe, share, turn on the notification so that anytime videos of this nature are uploaded, will be notified. Sam George. Sam Jata George. The workday ground though. Who's the opposition there? You are the master. You can see everything wrong. You can say everything you want. I say, yes, Real Madrid fans. I call boss. They say, I will show TV today. We catch Ancelotti. And what's it? Changes we so we changes we were. Fa a friend say Adagula sag akolan obobo pa. I don't find shame. They be out the map so to me share go. I don't find Hendrick go. But say ye mau Ancelotti ni position for one day. Now what me who squad no pa we den ko catch him say on tina bench. Ceballos we den catch him on tina bench. Brahim how do you tell Brahim to go and play ahead of Rodrigo? Vinicius wo enye da bia na Vinicius no otimishani. But Vinicius bia obo no so de map say ho na ope. We den catch map say map ko boss central one na Vinim ball left side. Jumane easy. Now this is the story of Sam George. Brana Sam George we opposition. Bia now on so that say one day NDC be buy mu na be man the minister of communications. Now on him that. Enti ade biara na Estela wusu ye bia no na Sam George soritia. Sam George kasa. Wa kasa sa edin ben na Sam George amfre Estela wusu. Now you see, when you make enemies out of your political opponents, sometimes or most of the time, you'll be stranded when it gets to your turn. I repeat, when you make political enemies out of your political opponents, when it gets to your turn to serve, you will be exposed. And that is the story of Sam George. You see, Sam George could have done politics. Could have still rammed his point home without going over the board as he did. And that was one of the main reasons why Sam George inverting
registration if there was a registration in the first place.
But there was a registration.
There wasn't anything. There was a sham. There was a sham. There was a hoax. There was a hoodwinking of Ghanaians. An unfortunate episode in the history of our country. Irresponsible public governance, to put it lightly, where Ghanaians were told they were registering. Meanwhile, no registration was happening.
I mean, but if that is the case, how do you say that? And I'm wondering, somebody must be held accountable. You can't just say that it was a hoax. We spent resources, both private and public. I'm just reading some analysis say the MNOs probably spend more than 25 million CDs on this. Government definitely would have had skin in the game also. Why is nobody being held accountable and responsible for that?
Early days yet, the Attorney General has a responsibility to hold everyone who holds public office. And today
have you armed the Attorney General with anything?
we have sent some information to him, and we're still building further evidence and sending to the Attorney General. Look, I sit in this chair today mindful of the fact that tomorrow I won't be here, and my actions and inactions will be held accountable. And that's what those who occupied this seat before appear to be oblivious to. Because when you look at the brazen nature of their reckless actions, it leaves you asking yourself, do these people love this country to start with? Do they understand what it means to be Ghanaian? And do they understand the weight of responsibility that sits on your shoulder when you hold the high office of Minister of State? Because I cannot for the life of me imagine how today, vested with this responsibility, I will act in such a reckless manner. To take the country down the road for 2 years, between 2021 and 2023, claiming that you were doing registration, taking the biometrics of citizens and not cross-managing them well, in flagrant disregard of our data protection laws and our cybersecurity laws. I mean, people must have a certain modicum of respect for the Ghanaian.
Echo sana. We spent that much length and came with so many controversies. To the extent that we got to know, say, we call ye masters bia sika otiani nanu. Like it does not add up. So the extent that we also got to realize say, sana okase nire shwe ni sunu ebi enye entirely true. Asema koka odilation na enye entirely true. Now the reason Sam George is in the news now again is that Sam George said he's coming to do registration of SIMs. Sam George oye nipa bakwa. He stood against registration of SIMs. Then Sam George anye okroma. Sam George stood vehemently against the registration of SIMs. Only Edemagbana, Edamufome Stubborn Academy. They were doing things to just let Ghanaians not go and register their SIMs. Yes. Na endewa babamu ube catch the Ghana force. Ena registration esla wusu ye no a horse. And you want to do a new registration. So I started asking myself, why would Sam George want to do a new SIM card registration when I know very well, say, look, there's one of my neighbors, my telecell number that I'm using. Telecell number, I got it since 2010. Since 2010, 2010. When I got this telecell number, now it was not registered in my name. At that time, I had not even reached 18 years to register the SIM. And now madam for being a registered SIM. No. But I can tell you on authority say me ID and me biometrics and no never SIM no so. And Sam George Beka me say registration eslauso. Yeah, no, a hosa. How do you expect me to believe that? How do you expect me to believe that? How do you expect Ghanaians to believe that when they can see? Say around some time ago, say code be wo. Who type code now? Who dial here? Say SIM no ye wudia. Uteme. There's another code being show of who dial here. Uteme who the number of SIM cards that have been registered in your name using your ID. And some just say then some not person. Some of us are speculating, or it's alleged that all these things that Sam George wants to do to start a new registration and all, it might be another instance of create, loot, and share. Because SIM card registration, it goes with budget. SCA, we don't just get up and do SIM card registration. Budget allocation, it involves money. So, it is alleged, Yamina Mika,